I'm audible?
Yes, ma'am.
So I would like to welcome you all to the induction session for the coaching classes which is meant for GGS, IPU, CET for BBA and BCom. See, I'm really sure that, nowadays you must be hearing questions like, it is very important phase of your life. You should make decisions very carefully. Abhi decision sahi nahi liya, to things might not work properly for you. So these thoughts might be haunting you nowadays. But I would assure you, if you would stay tuned with us for the next 1 hour, you would really be assured that you are in safe hands. So without further ado, I would like to introduce to all of you the two eminent personalities which are here today to address you all. First of all, we have Professor Dr. G.S. Popli ji with us. He is currently the director of Delhi School of Professional Studies and Research. He has worked earlier also as director and professor in banking and finance at DSPSR. He is member of the Governing Council, Academic Council, Management Committee and Selection Committee of DSPSR. He has served Delhi School of Business as Professor of Banking and Finance and Chairman Admission and Discipline Committee, and has also worked with Army Institute of Management and Technology, Greater Noida as Associate Professor. He has rich experience of working in departments of Oriental Bank of Commerce, a nationalized bank. Then further, he has a core, he's also a core member of two important committees constituted by top management of OBC, that is for total computerization of the bank and audit and security policy committees of bank. He has various papers of national and international repute to his credit. I welcome you, sir, here. The second personality which we have with us today is Professor Dr. Seema Singh. She is currently working as Professor and Dean at Delhi School of Professional Studies and Research, which is affiliated with Guru Gobind Singh Indraprastha University. She has throughout first class in her academics. She has completed several spiritual courses from Art of Living. She has also completed various courses on learning in business and management. She's a qualified UGC NET professor. Her area of specialization is human resource management. She has also been recipient of Best Teacher Awards for various years. Last year, she has also received Visionary Women Award on the occasion of International Women's Day from Vision Launcher, Delhi. She has presented 36 plus research papers of national and international repute. She has also attended various sessions conducted by IITs, IIMs. She has also chaired various sessions at IITs and IIMs. She has also authored 12 plus books for various competitive examinations. So I'm sure you are going to get benefit from the expertise of our both the resource person. So now I would like to invite Professor Dr. G.S. Popli ji to please come and address the students.
Dr. Simran Singh. Dr. Simran, are you listening me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Dr. Simran, my dear faculty
Yes, sir.
members,
Yes, I can hear you, sir.
and all the students, very good morning, and I welcome you all in today's induction program. Delhi School of Professional and Research is a unique institution headed by the academicians, core academicians. The management board is also loaded with core academicians and experienced industrial people. It is headed by Professor B.P. Singh Saab, who is the former head and dean of Delhi School of Economics, Delhi University. Then our worthy president, Professor Ajay Kumar Singh, who was earlier with Delhi University, is now heading Shri Shri University as Vice Chancellor. Our faculty members, most of them are PhD holders, UGC, NET, and they keep on adding their knowledge through various research papers, ARPIT, and many, many more things. So the approach here is about the holistic development of a child. Let me tell you very frankly that be intelligent enough to choose the institution very carefully, because your next 3 years are very important for your career. If you have chosen an institution which is headed by academicians, definitely you will get all the things which are very important and essential for you to grow as a good human being and a good professional, very well settled person in life. Here you kindly see the profile of the management which I have discussed with you, see the profile of faculty, see the infrastructure and all other things. Talk to alumni, talk to current students, and you will find that all the vibrant things are happening here. This institution was established in 1999, same year when the State University, that is Guru Gobind Singh IP University, came into being. So with that, we have many students for the last 21 years who have graduated, post-graduated from here, and now we are, because of the crunch of space, we are having two courses, BBA and BCom honors. Here the day starts with yoga or meditation, which is very important to control our mind. Then the experienced faculty, they teach you in the class, and the teaching mode is also based on new technology. That is, you will find all the PPTs and digital classroom mode. And I'm very happy to inform you that when the lockdown took place, we were one of the first institutions who completed the course through digital mode. And believe me, all the activities are students driven here. We have a student council, we have canteen management committee, we have library management committee, we have sports committee, we have extracurricular activities committee. Our students participate in Anugunj and have bring laurels to the institution. All the festivals are celebrated jointly, and students take a lead. They come out with a suggestion that this will be the better way to, whether it is fresher party, farewell party, uh, incursion tours, industrial visits, or so many things which are required for your growth and development. So, as I told you, our focus remains on holistic development of the institution. And that is the reason we have been rated as A grade by NAC, which is the premier institution who looks into all the aspects of teaching and learning pedagogy, and they rate. And so many institutions are there. To see their profile, you'll find that they are not able to get the A grade. Even in Delhi University, there are many colleges that they are not rated as A. You kindly check it on your, because everything is available on Google. You kindly find out and see how many institutions of IP University are graded A through NAC. Then JAC, Joint Assessment Committee, who also looks after the all the parameters, and every year they audit and interact with the students also, that what the institution is doing, what the teachers are doing, and how the students are being benefited from all these activities. I'm happy to inform you they have also graded us at A. Then there is a Delhi Higher Education. They also keep on uh, checking, auditing, and give rating every year. So kindly search on the Google. We have a very good website. Kindly search it and testify whatever I am saying. My humble submission is that this is your foundation. If the foundation is strong, you can build any type of multi-story or any floor or any halls or whatever you want to make, you will make it. Your career will be decided with the contribution of the teachers and the institution and you yourself, how serious you are. I'm happy to inform you, my dean will inform you that we have initiated many aspects. You can get scholarship from here. There are some parameters which you fulfill it, you can get scholarship from here. We will help you to crack the admission test also. Then we are trying to start the bridge courses also. uh, Dr. Simran and Ms. Mukta, assistant professor and head of NEC cell here, they will definitely interact with you. IQAC cell we have, then alumni cell we have, placement cell we have, all the, you name anyone and that is there. So she will inform you, tell you how you can crack the IP University. I'll not talk about others institution, what they are doing. I can tell you about my institution and I can assure you that we really mean business. We really mean academics. We know the nitty gritty of the education and really we want you to play some part in your personal and professional life. And the students who have graduated from here, they still are connected with us. Only last week, one student, Mr. Bhatnagar, you can see it on your YouTube channel also, that he came and delivered a lecture that what ingredients are required to be a true professional. Because unless until we are clear where to go, how to go, what input is required from me, what others contribution is required, because Rome was not built in a day. It takes years to take a right call. It takes years to build whatever we have been learning from our parents, from the society at large. But once we are lazy not to choose rightly, I understand it's not in our hands to choose our relatives, but it is in my hands to choose the institution, to choose my subjects, to choose my friends. Definitely the selection which you have done today is going to play a very big role in your life. And the purpose of today's interaction is that we will let you know how you can crack the IP University, how you can develop soft skills, how you can learn the other skills which are very important to be a good human being and a very well settled person in life. So I'll not take too much of time. I'll request Madam Simran to take your views and so that whatever you want, we can plan from next week. Thank you very much. May God bless you all. Be happy.
Okay, so before we go further in this today's session, I would like to give few instructions to the students. So first of all, please, it is a request to each one of you to kindly keep yourself on mute, and please close your videos. See, there might be some problem with the bandwidth. So it is a humble request कि आप सब please अपनी videos जो है वो बंद कर दें. That would be easy for all of us. Now, second thing, if you have any query, you can simply raise your hand. There's an option of raising your hand. You can raise your hand and you can then later on, you can put up your query or you can write your query in the chat. Okay. So again, I'm repeating, अगर आपको कोई भी query है, आप chat पे लिख सकते हैं या फिर अपना please raise your hand so that we can take up your query. Third thing, please, a link is being shared with you all in the chat. Kindly click on that particular link and please mark your attendance for today's session. In next 30 seconds, we would be starting up with live polling. So by that time, kindly make sure that you are marking your attendance. Thank you.
Where is the link?
The link is pasted in the chat box. Kindly have a look at the chat box and please click on that link and mark your attendance. In case of any query, please write down your query in the chat box and please do not unmute yourself.
Students who have raised their hands, kindly put up your questions in the chat box. All the students are requested again to kindly click on the link that has been given in the chat and fill in the attendance sheet.
Okay, so now let us start with a live poll. See, before we start this beautiful journey, I think that it is very important for each one of us to know each other well. So for that, we have designed one small quiz for you all. So there would be a live poll. We would be pasting a particular link in the chat box. आपको उस link को click करना है. That link would take you to a particular website. वहाँ पे you are supposed to enter your name and give your response. Okay, and we would be seeing the live responses here on the screen as well. So let us start with this. So the first question is, how are you feeling today? Okay, so the link has been pasted in the chat box. Kindly click on that particular link, enter your name and choose the desired response. So it is great. We can see few responses here. There are 5 responses here. The first response being, I am very sad. The second option being, I am sad. Third, that I am neutral. Fourth, that I am happy. And fifth is that I'm very happy. And I'm very happy to, share this, that majority of you are giving the response that you people are happy to attend the session. So it is a good start. So, okay, very good. I can see one response from Gaurav Mishra as well, that he is very happy. Even we are very happy to welcome you all here. Okay, so I guess let us move to the second question. Okay, now you are supposed to write one word which you use to describe yourself. Okay, you are supposed to type, you are supposed to click on this link, go to that same site again and write one word which describes you. Okay, any one word जो आपको लगता है आपको best describe कर सकता है, please write down that word. It could be any word, how you are currently feeling, how you describe your personality. Okay, so we have few responses here. Talkative, honest, dumb, cool, awesome, hardworking, jolly. So a lot of responses are coming in. So I'm glad to see that we have good, group of students who are well aware about their own personalities. They are actually realizing that they are hardworking, they are great, they are energetic, they are honest, they are extrovert. So in the coming sessions, though not today, but in the coming sessions, we would also try to map your personality and link that with the career options and the prospective courses which you can choose. So I guess awesome, active, cool, jolly, talkative is the most frequently given word. So now let us proceed to the next question. Now, what do you aspire to become? आप क्या बनना चाहते हैं life में? So again, the process is same. Kindly click on that particular link, enter your response, and this response would start appearing here. Okay, great. Very good. So we have people who would like to become CEO. We have people who would like to become banker, businessman, IPS officer, entrepreneur, analyst. So it is so good to see students are well aware about various career options. So for most of the career options which you have mentioned here, I am happy to share this with you. By choosing a course like BBA or BCom, most of these career options you can opt for. So it is a great choice that you have finally made your mind to pursue the course BBA or BCom. So I'm assuming that most of you have given the answers here. So the most frequently occurring response is businessman, banker, manager, CEO. Okay. So let us proceed to the next question. Okay. Now I'm assuming कि आप सबको पता है कि GGS, IPU, CET का फॉर्मेट क्या होता है. What are the major sections? कौन से questions पूछे जाते हैं for BBA or BCom? So the question is, which is the most difficult section as per you of GGS, IPU, CET exam for BBA and BCom? Okay. So BBA and BCom के अब जब entrance की तैयारी कर रहे हैं, आपको idea होगा थोड़ा सा. So which area you feel is the most difficult so that we can emphasize on that particular section? Because ultimately our objective is to help you, assist you to qualify that exam with good marks. So we can see responses coming. I hope it is visible to each one of you on the screen. Majority of you are of the response that data interpretation is a difficult section to attempt, okay? And general awareness being the second most difficult section. So at this point of time, I would like to assure each one of the student who is present in this session that we would make sure that after completing this crash course, this coaching, you would not be feeling this way. You would rather feel that all these sections are quite easy for you to qualify. We would make sure we would making the extra efforts for you for these particular sections. Okay. So now let us proceed to the next question. Now, currently, how many hours in a day are you devoting for studying? I understand, it is a lockdown situation. We all are stuck up at our homes. We might be doing 10 different things sitting at home. But how many hours in a day are you actually devoting for study? एक दिन में कितने घंटे आप actually पढ़ाई कर पाते हैं? Okay, so it is a very, very clear response that more than 70% of students are agreeing that they are studying for less than 2 hours, which is actually very less to crack CET exam. Okay, so we'll try to find out the ways by which you can actually indulge in practicing for the CET exam. At the same point of time, you actually feel involved and love to study for the CET. Okay, so the next question is, now you are supposed to arrange in the order of time spent during the lockdown. अब आप जब लॉकडाउन में स्टक अप हैं, आप सबसे ज्यादा टाइम किस पे लगाते हैं उसको फर्स्ट रैंक दे दीजिए, उससे कम टाइम किस पे स्पेंड करते हैं उसे सेकंड रैंक दे दीजिए, एंड थर्ड, फोर्थ एंड सो ऑन. ओके, सो यू आर supposed to arrange these options in the order of time spent during this lockdown. सबसे ज्यादा टाइम आप जिस पे स्पेंड करते हैं उसे फर्स्ट रैंक दीजिएगा, जिस पे सबसे कम टाइम आप स्पेंड करते हैं उसको सबसे लास्ट रैंक दीजिएगा. Okay, so we are still getting few responses. So let us wait for few more seconds so that the picture is clear. Okay, now, okay, there are still few students who are. Okay, so as per the response which is being submitted by each one of you, majority of you have agreed that you are spending most of the time in helping your family members, which is good, which is actually good. But to my surprise, the time which you are devoting for studying or reading books is at 6th rank, on the second last rank. Okay, the second rank is being given to listening to music or dancing. That is a good way to relieve yourself from the stress in current situation. Then the third rank has been given to the engagement through social media. So I'm sure most of you must be devoting much of the time to social media. Okay, but you can use that social media in actually preparing yourself for CET. We would be discussing such ways in the coming sessions, that how while browsing the social media you can actually prepare for the CET. Then you people have given fourth rank to watching TV news and other programs. Then exercise, walking and running. The second last rank, that is the sixth rank, you have given to studying, and the last rank being the social welfare activities. Okay. Now, the next question is, and I'm assuming this is the last question for the poll, or there might be one more question. Okay. So kindly rank the following teaching tools in order of your preference. Okay. अगर हम जब भी ये online classes आपके साथ next शुरू करेंगे, कौन से टीचिंग टूल्स आपको लगते हैं आप ज्यादा कंफर्टेबल रहेंगे, आप रैंक कर दीजिए. ओके, सपोज आपको लगता है द बेस्ट वे ऑफ ऑनलाइन टीचिंग इज लाइव लेक्चर्स, तो इसे आप फर्स्ट रैंक दीजिए. ऐसा जो भी टूल है जो आपको लगता है नो इट वुड नॉट बी दैट इफेक्टिव, और या आपकी वो प्रेफरेंस नहीं है, उसे लास्ट प्रेफरेंस दे दीजिए. Okay, I can see a close tie between online live lectures and notes and handouts. But let us see. Okay, so the first preference is being given to online live lectures, and I am happy to share that we would be conducting online live lectures with each one of you for the different sections of GGS IPU CET. We would also be providing you with notes and handouts, and there would be weekly quizzes for all of these things. Okay, so all top three preferences which you people have given, we are making assured of you of this, that all of these three things would be taken care by us. We would be conducting live sessions for you. We would be giving you notes and handouts. Plus, we would be conducting online quizzes for your practice. Okay. The last question for today's poll is, rank the following tips in order of importance to clear the GGS IPU CET. अगर आपको GGS IPU का CET एग्जाम क्लियर करना है, सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट टिप कौन सा है, सेकंड इंपॉर्टेंट टिप कौन सा है, थर्ड इंपॉर्टेंट टिप कौन सा है, काइंडली give your preferences, please rank them. For all the students who are raising hands in between, you all are requested to kindly write down your query in the chat box. Okay, कोई भी अगर आपको query लगती है बेटा, please write down your query in the chat box. Okay, so I can see a clear response again. So you all have agreed that planning and making the effective strategies is the most important tip for cracking the GGS IPU CET exam. Then to follow a regular routine. So we make sure that we are giving you ample number of quizzes and assignments so that you can actually make a routine habit of studying on regular basis. Then, okay, now there is a tie between three tips. Manage your time judicially, and then focus on understanding and not on cramming or memorizing the things, and then the continuous practice. So we would make sure that we are giving you enough study material so that your understanding of the concept is quite clear, so that you can practice while sitting at your home, and you can make a routine for daily studying. So on this note, I would be closing the poll here, and I would like to convey the best wishes for each one of you for coming times to clear for the exam. I hope each one of you would be scoring good ranks in this GGS IPU CET examination. Now, I would like to invite Dr. Seema Singh to come and address you about the various sections of GGS IPU CET exams and how we are planning to conduct these sessions. So Seema ma'am, please, if you could address the students.
Hello, a very good afternoon to Director Sir, all the faculty members and their students. So I would like to even brief you about Guru Gobind Singh Prastha University as well, before telling you about the examination pattern and all. So Guru Gobind Singh Prastha University is the first university established in 1998 by Government of NCT of Delhi under the provisions of Guru Gobind Singh Prastha University Act 1998, read with its amendment in 1999. So this university was actually made functional in the year 1999. The university is recognized by University Grants Commission in India under Section 12B of UGC Act. GGS IPU is also NAC accredited A grade university. As DSPSR, we also having the A grade. The admission to the program of studies in the GGS IPU are either through national level tests conducted by various authorities or through common entrance test. Conducted by the university or designated agencies accepted by the university or on merit of the qualifying degree. So as far as BBA and BCom honors admissions are concerned, this is done through CET conducted by the university. So BBA course, CET requirements. So there are two stages for admission in BBA program. First one is written test, CET BBA. And after that, when you score some rank, thereafter you have to participate in online counseling. Approximately there are 5,500 seats are available in IP University for BBA program. Eligibility is that you must score minimum 50% marks in 12th class CBSE board, and English is compulsory. So when they are going to count your 50% marks, English will be there. When examination will be conducted, there are majorly 4 sections having equal weightage. First section is English language and comprehension, then general awareness, logical and analytical ability, aptitude relating to the field of management and communication skill. So you have to focus on all these four sections. It's not like if you are very good in English language and comprehension, that is going to give you good marks. You have to make a strategy, as we have said that you have to do some, you have to make some strategy during that poll. So you have to make sure that on these four sections, you have to strategize that how you are going to focus upon it. Which subject is you are feeling like I'm very much comfortable. So there might be, you can have less focus than where, like you said, general awareness. The second topic was that you are saying about you need more of sessions and all. So you have to accordingly work upon. You have to study accordingly. Marking scheme in the CET examination. So there are, this is actually based on MCQ, multiple choice questions. So you will be having generally 4 or 5 options, out of which one will be correct. So that is a kind of examination based on MCQ. Number of questions will be 100. Right answers for each question you will score 4 marks. If there is any wrong question, you have wrong question means you have answered wrongly, then there will be a punishment of negative marking, that is -1 mark, and total examination will be for 400 marks. Time duration will be 150 minutes. Important note you have to check here, that is there is no section for QA, quantitative aptitude, in the BBA exam. However, the LR logical reasoning section includes some questions of basic maths. 5 to 6 questions are generally asked from that section, and that are quite straightforward and easy to attempt. So that you have to keep in your mind. For BCom honors course, CET requirements are again the stages for this examination will remain same. That is written test. After that, online counseling. There are 1,500 seats available with IP University. Eligibility is 50% in aggregate in 10+2 examination from any board, including CBSE. And as minimum marks for admission, BCom with pass in 5 subjects. So in BBA, including English, there were 4 subjects. You have to qualify 50% marks, including English, in 4 subjects. Here in BCom honors, your marks will be calculated on all 5 subjects, including English, 1 language, and 4 elective subjects. So generally there are 5 subjects students are studying. So you must have minimum 50% marks in 10+2 for BCom honors. Again, number of sections are 4. Pattern of examinations, weightages are different here. You can see English language and comprehension, 25% marks, 25% weightage. Logical reasoning, 25% weightage. Data interpretation, where you said that you need more, work there, you have to more there. So data interpretation is having the maximum weightage, that is 35% marks. And again, basic general awareness, that is having weightage of 15%. So the aspirant of BCom honors, you have to ensure that you are focusing more on understanding the data interpretation. Moving forward, marking scheme for CET BCom honors. Again, the type of questions will remain same, that is MCQs. Number of questions, here it is 150. For each right answer, you will get 4 marks. For wrong answer, -1 will be there. Negative marking is there. Maximum marks is for 600, and total duration is 150 minutes. So time is equal, but the number of questions are more here in BCom honors. So some points you have to keep in your mind while appearing for IPU CET. The first thing, there is no sectional time limit. Candidates can switch between sections as per their preferences. So if there are 4 sections, it means wherever you feel like comfortable, if you are knowing more in data interpretation, you can start from there. There is no requirement that you have to attempt the question how it is there in the question paper. You can start from anywhere, and there is no time limit. Any amount of time you can um, make yourself available for that particular section. But yes, here I would suggest that you have to manage your time as per the weightage of the uh, subjects. So which are having more weightage, you should give more time to that, and in that proportionate ratio itself. For every correct answer, you are going to score 4 marks. For every wrong answer, there will be 1 mark of 1 mark will be deducted. No negative marking will be done for unattempted question. So let's suppose there are 100 questions in BBA program, and you attempted 75 questions, and there were 25 were not attempted. So your marking will be done for 75, and no negative marking will be done for the question 25 what you did not, what you will not attempt. Last date to register for IPU is June 30, 2020. So tomorrow is the last date. If any one of you have not filled up the form, or you know somebody who is aspiring to do BBA and BCom honors from Guru Gobind Singh Prastha University, so make sure that even your friends, those who are aspiring for, they must fill up the registration form of IP University entrance examination by tomorrow, so that they will be able to take admission in these programs. So now I would let you know about the content of the course. Data interpretation, logical reasoning, verbal ability, general awareness, business awareness. So in data interpretation, we are going to cover up these topics from where questions are being asked. Data interpretation, inequalities, data sufficiency, visual reasoning, cubes and dices. The next is logical reasoning. So coding and decoding, symbol based, directions based questions, family tree, linear and circular arrangements, complex arrangements and logical puzzle, series, groups and conditionalities, input output, data interpretation, inequalities, data sufficiency, visual reasoning, cubes and dices. Then in verbal abilities, these are the topics: articles, idioms and phrases, vocabulary, foreign words, colloquial errors, analogies, grammar 1, that is nouns, pronouns, adjectives, grammar 2, that is verbs, tense, adverbs, conjunctions and prepositions. Then paragraph jumbles, fill in the blanks, anagrams, speech, voice, reading comprehension. The next section, that is general awareness. So we will cover up these topics related to geography, ancient and medieval history, modern history, Indian constitution, Indian economy, general science, physics and chemistry, general science, biology and miscellaneous other things which will come under general science. Business awareness. So here we are going to cover up the topics: brands, punchlines, business terminologies, Indian conglomerates, international conglomerates. So in this week, after this orientation program, we will have first lecture on 2nd of July for the subject verbal ability. We are going to start with this section. So now if you have any query related to anything, related to your any section or any other things, you can ask. You can put your questions in the chat box. Those who have raised a hand, please put your question in the chat box so that we can reply back to you.
Good evening. Good afternoon. There is a query, Seema ma'am, from one of the student that he wants to know about quants in BBA. Can you please show that slide again?
I'm just sharing it. I'm just sharing it again. Dr. Shipra Singh, can you tell me whether it is visible? Which slide you were saying for BBA quant, na? So this is here. Yes. So generally, straightforward questions are asked on the basis of this quantitative aptitude, that you will solve those questions very easily. Like if I would say like just like normal questions.
Seema ma'am, you may again explain the sections once again to the students.
These are the sections for BBA program. It is English language and comprehension, general awareness, logical and analytical ability, aptitude relating to the field of management and communication skill. So here there is no section for quantitative aptitude, but yes, some questions are asked just straightforward. Like you can say just like 1 3 5 7, then what number will come, and we can say like on the basis of some quantitative aptitude like simple interest kind of thing. So here you have normal formula, just a formula, you can put the things and you will solve it. So these are the simple questions that will be asked.
Seema ma'am, I would like to add on.
Yes, sir.
I hope I'm audible.
Go ahead, ma'am.
Okay, so just to add on to what students were asking about QA in BBA, so I would just like to clarify one thing, that there is no separate section of QA in BBA exam. The logical reasoning portion might have few questions related to basic maths, but again those questions are very straightforward and very easy to attempt. Okay, so there is nothing to worry about QA section in BBA. So I hope that this solves the query of Rishabh, if I'm not wrong. That's all, Seema.
Yes, ma'am. And one question was from Krishna Gar, that is previous year paper. So yes, we will provide you some previous year paper also to practice. We have some previous year papers. Any other question, please? Rachit, you have said that only 5-6 questions are asked in QA. Yes. And that is the part of your logical reasoning. Rachit is again saying, ma'am, I do reasoning, English, business aptitude. So can I leave QA and BBS CET? See, if it is so easy, why not to attempt? I would suggest that if you very much sure about the answer, then you must attempt it. And it is very much straightforward. You can answer it easily. We will let you know. You all are required to stay connected with us in all the coaching sessions, so that we will let you know that how you have to attempt those questions. So nothing to worry about it, Rachit and all. Those who have any problem with QA.
Seema ma'am, another question has been asked. The question is, Can you please tell again what does data interpretations include?
Data interpretation, actually it is the question, some data will be given to you, and on the basis of that you have to calculate. Like, if I would say one example, just like, that they will, in the question, some data will be provided to you for, how much rain has taken place in during this session, and on the basis of that they will ask you that in at which place more raining was there, at which place less raining was there. It is like that. So it is very simple, data interpretation is very simple uh, questions if you will focus on it, and you can score. You have seen that though in BBA it is having equal weightage, but in BCom honors it is having more weightage. So you can see it is very much simple to attempt. Even very simple kind of mathematics you have to apply, plus, minus, subtract and additions and whatever it is, and you can solve these questions. Anything else is there if I have left out? Any other question? Okay, so over to you, Simran ma'am.
Well, thank you, Seema ma'am, for handling the queries of the students and enlightening each one of us regarding various sections of GGS IPU CET exam. So I hope we have been able to, solve most of your queries. Okay, Mukta ma'am, if you could please share the attendance link again. There is one student called Pranjal. She's saying that she has not been able to mark the attendance. Okay. So on this note, I would like to extend final thanks to each one of you present here that you have spared some time and attended this orientation and induction session. And we are really hopeful that we would see all of you in the next class, which is scheduled for 2nd of July. Thank you so much.
All the students are requested to kindly fill the feedback form. The link has been shared with all of you in the chat box.
So I just have seen one more question from Rachit. Uh, he has asked that what will be duration of the course. So as of now, the second next class will be held on 2nd of July, as I have already informed you, on verbal ability section. So you all are requested to be there, and we will see as per the schedule of CET exam. Actually, due to this COVID-19 examination, when it is going to be held exactly, as of now, we are not in a position to say anything. So when the exam will be held, before that, we will see how many classes we can do. So in a week, we will have minimum 3 classes as of now. And we will see how much, as per your, poll, which subject we have to focus more upon. As you people have said that you feel not so much comfortable with data interpretation and business awareness things. So we will focus more on that. According to your feedback and all, we will adjust, accommodate everything. And as per the declaration of the date of the CET examination from IP University. So before that, we will try our level best to complete entire syllabus. And yes, the name of this coaching is Crash online crash coaching. So crash means you have to complete the things in a short period of time. So yes, we can do that. Date of examination is still, I cannot say anything on it. University has to decide it.
So I think there is no more queries coming from the students. So on that note, I think we can close this session for today. So thank you so much, and all the students who have filled the attendance form and the feedback form are free to leave from this session. Thank you so much.
Stay happy, stay healthy always. All the best to all of you.